There's something I've come to notice whenever I talk about stocks that people have come in the comment section to talk about, which is a low risk taker should not get involved in stocks. But the question is, does that mean a low risk taker cannot invest in stocks? Maybe you are a conservative risk taker, because we have three types of people when it comes to risk. Risk simply means the probability of you losing your money in an investment. The probability of you losing your money. That's what we mean risk. So some people, when they put 1 million in any investment, they don't want it to even go down to, let's say, 900,000 naira. Just give me my money back by the end of the investment, by the end of the tenure of the investment, and the interest. Even if I don't get the interest, but my capital must be intact. So when you now tell them to invest in stocks that could go up today and go down tomorrow, which means their 1 million naira can suddenly become 800,000 naira. They don't want to get involved in such investments. Those are conservative risk takers. They don't like taking risk. So we have the low risk taker, we have the medium risk taker, which we call the moderate risk takers. Then we have the high risk takers, those who can take risk. So just like I said, does that mean the low risk taker cannot invest in stocks? They can, but they need to be selective. They need to be careful. They need to be selective when investing in stocks. So the question is, what kind of stocks can they invest in? Since they want to grow their money as well, and they still want to play safe. Now, I want to mention 7 that they can play safe, even though they can go for any of this or a combination. Nevertheless, they still need to do their due diligence. They still need to ask questions about this set of stocks. Now, number 1 is what we call equity fund. Equity fund is a type of mutual fund. If you have not watched our lecture on equity or mutual funds, it's a full lecture, over an hour lecture. Go and watch it. It will be in the playlist. So go and watch it. Now, equity fund is a type of mutual funds that invest in shares and stocks. So, which means it is professionals that are doing it on your behalf, that are investing in stocks on your behalf. They are going to charge you. Nevertheless, it's better than you picking stocks one after the other by yourself. So you can invest in equity funds as a low risk taker, because it is professionals, those who are experts in what they do. They are the ones investing on your behalf. And it is not just your money that is in that fund. It is a pool of money. They pull funds from different investors and they invest on their behalf. So they majorly invest in shares and stocks. And when you are going for this, make sure you are going with a fund manager that has a good track record. And if you want me to make a separate video on it, you can drop it in the comment section below. Then number 2, you go for dividend paying stocks. You can go for dividend paying stocks. Companies that are known majorly for paying dividend. They have a track record of paying dividend consistently. So it is not just about the accumulation of your money. You are not so interested about the appreciation of your capital, but the dividend that they are paying, that's what you are interested in. I will cite an example. NIDF is a dividend paying stocks, majorly for dividend paying, because I think they came on board in 2018 or so at 100 naira per share. Currently, it's sitting at 115 naira per share. But this company has been consistently paying dividend 4 times in a year. They just declared the one for last quarter, which is 5 naira 20 kobo for last quarter. They usually pay around the region of 5 naira per quarter. So, which means you can invest in it. They don't have the track record of their stock plunging. It's usually stable. So, you can go for stocks like that. That is just an example. Do you understand? NIDF. Then we have blue chip stocks. Blue chip stocks are well-established stocks in the markets. We usually categorize them as what we call the large market caps. The likes of MTN, the likes of Dangote Cement. They are blue chip stocks. So you can go for blue chip stocks, because except something colossal happen to that company, you don't see their share price plunging. It's usually stable and maybe just range a little. So that's for blue chip stocks. Then you can go for defensive stocks. Defensive stocks simply are stocks that come may, they are not affected by the volatility in the economy, because they are stocks that deal with the essential, the basic needs of men. Utilities. Something that is always in demand all year round. That's why you see some people investing in stocks that deals with consumer goods. So defensive stocks. Then the next one is REIT stocks. REITs. When I say REITs, it means real estate investment trusts. These kind of stocks, they are mandated to pay a chunk of their profits to their shareholders. A chunk of their profit to shareholders. So for instance, the like of the UPDC REITs, the likes of UMO, we have 3 of them in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Example is UPDC REITs, we have the likes of Union Homes REITs, and we have SFS REITs. There are 3. Number 1, Union Homes REITs. You see something like UMO REITs. We have UPDC REITs, then we have SFS REITs. So those, they are consistent in paying dividend as well. Then you can invest in ETFs. ETFs that majors in Nigeria in shares. For instance, when we talk about foreign stocks, you can go for ETFs like VOO. You can go for stocks like VOO. Then the last but not the least is index fund. Index fund, for instance, is the likes of S&P 500, which tracks the 500 biggest companies in the United States. I hope you understand. This is just to encourage those who does not like taking risk, that they can still invest in the stock market. They just need to be selective with the kind of stocks they pick. It is not every stock you can pick. And I'm still going to talk about stocks to avoid as a low risk taker in the equity markets. Stocks to avoid as a low risk taker in the equity or capital markets. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do by clicking on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we release a new video. We talk about investment, business, and finance. So we meet in our next video. Stay blessed.